美国1月21日上任的第二天，川普总统夫妇了参加在华盛顿国家大教堂举行的国家祈祷布道活动。然而，在这次祈祷布道中，华盛顿主教 Marianne Budd 却直接干涉起了政治，当面呼吁川普总统对变性儿童、非法移民施以仁慈。
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here.
而对于主教的政治性布道，川普在活动后也做出了直截了当的回应，坦言：“我觉得这不是一个好的布道。”
What did you think of the service?
What did you think? Did you like it? Did you find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it? I didn't think it was a good service, no. Thank you very much.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
They can do much better.
此外，当天川普还总结了他作为总统第一天取得的成就，并强调了新政策的实施及其对美国的影响。
It's going to be the golden age of America. As I say, yesterday we had the most ambitious, action-oriented day of any administration in history. No, there's never been a first day like yesterday, as you know. I signed a sweeping slate of executive orders to stop the invasion of our borders. I launched a government-wide effort to defeat inflation and bring down the cost of daily life and bring down the cost of energy, magnificently bring it down. And when energy comes down, Larry, I'd say generally speaking, when energy comes down, everything else comes down. The prices of food and the prices of everything else come down. Energy is that's the big baby. And we declared a national energy emergency to drill, baby, drill, our term that we use. We're going to drill, baby, drill like never before. We ended destructive DEI mandates across the federal government and returned our country to a merit-based system and a common sense system. As you know, the Supreme Court gave us a decision on merit, where things in this country can be based on merit now instead of a lot of different rules, regulations, and things that really put our country at a big disadvantage. We permanently stopped government censorship and restored free speech. That was signed yesterday. We renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Sounds so beautiful, the Gulf of America, and returned the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley. They took off the name, and he was actually a great president.
继续关注川普新政府的最新消息。当天，川普的边境专员汤姆·霍曼在 CNN 上讨论了川普上任后移民和海关执法局的强硬行动，直言他们都会被逮捕。
They're target enforcement operations. They know exactly who they're looking for. They know pretty much where they'll find them. So again, these are well-planned operations. They're well investigated, so they got a lot of backup information when they go out there. A whole team goes out for officer safety concerns. So this happens throughout the nation. I mean, I'm not going to tell you specific locations out of officer safety concerns, but ICE is back doing their job effective today. They haven't been able to do it for years. When we find him, he may be with others. Others that don't have a criminal conviction but are in the country illegally. They will be arrested too, because we're not going to strike. And this is the difference between the last administration and this administration. ICE is going to enforce the immigration law. There's nothing in the INA, the Immigration Nationality Act, says you got to be convicted of a serious crime in order to be removed from this country. So there's going to be more collateral arrests in sanctuary cities because they forced us to go in the community and find the guy we're looking for. Well, I don't like the analogy of rounding up. Look, again, this is a targeted enforcement operation. The president's been clear on this. We're going to concentrate on public safety threats. But in sanctuary cities, where they don't let us take that public safety threat into custody and the safety and security of a jail, we have to go find him. If he's with others in the country illegally, ICE will not turn the blind eye to that. ICE is going to uphold the oath they took. They're going to enforce the laws enacted by Congress and signed by a president. And they're going to do that without apology.
视线转向国会。共和党众议员马乔里泰勒格林在社交媒体上发布影片，庆祝川普关于性别定义的行政命令，并表达了他的强烈支持与兴奋之情。
Hi everyone, I just want to give a great big shout out to President Trump for signing an executive order stating that it is the official position of the federal government of the United States that there are only two genders, male and female. I've had this sign outside of my office since February of 2021. I have really stood in the fight during all 4 years of the Biden administration when Democrats and the Biden administration did everything they could to destroy God's creation, which is only two genders. So I'm very proud today to tell you that my sign still stands outside here of my office in Rayburn 2201. And I am standing up for everyone, Christians, God-fearing people all over the world, and especially here in America, as we take a strong position that we will never allow God's creation to be destroyed. This is also for women and girls all across the country. No biological males belong in any of our special and private spaces, especially women's sports, locker rooms, bathrooms, dorms. We're going to protect women's rights, we're going to protect little girls, and we're going to always stand firm with God that His creation is only two genders, male and female, in His image we are created. Thanks so much, everyone.
而在参议院，民主党参议员克里斯莫菲在对川普的联合国大使提名人斯特凡尼克进行质询时，询问了他对埃隆·马斯克昨天在总统集会上做出的所谓的纳粹手势的看法。让我们一起听听斯特凡尼克是如何回应的。
What do you think of Elon Musk, perhaps the president's most visible advisor, doing two Heil Hitler salutes last night at the president's televised rally?
No, Elon Musk did not do those salutes. I was not at the rally, but I can tell you I've been at many rallies with Elon Musk, who loves to cheer when President Trump says we need to send our U.S. space program to Mars. Elon Musk is a visionary. I'm looking forward to his work in DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and look forward to looking how we can be more efficient and effective, but that is simply not the case. And to say so is the American people are smart. They see through it. They support Elon Musk. We are proud to be the country of such successful entrepreneurs. That is one of our greatest strengths as Americans.
Let me share with you what a few Americans have said about it. Evan Kilgore, a right-wing political commentator, wrote on X, "Holy crap, did Elon Musk just Heil Hitler at the Trump inauguration rally? This is incredible. We are so back." Andrew Torba, who's the founder of the right-wing Christian nationalist social platform Gab, said incredible things are happening. As he amplified the visual. The Proud Boys chapter in Ohio posted the clip on a Telegram channel with the text "Heil Trump." A chapter of the white nationalist group White Lives Matter posted it on Telegram. "Thanks for hearing us, Elon. The white flame will rise again." I could keep going. Over and over last night, white supremacist groups and neo-Nazi groups in this country rallied around that visual. Does it concern you that those elements of the neo-Nazi and white supremacist element in the United States believe that what they saw last night was a neo-Nazi salute?
What concerns me is these are the questions you believe are most important to ask to the UN ambassador. I have a very strong record when it comes to combating anti-Semitism. We just had a historic election where President Trump earned historic support from American voters because of his strong leadership combating anti-Semitism, which has been a scourge across the country, skyrocketing since October 7th. So I intend to bring moral clarity to this position and continue to speak out as a voice, as a beacon of light, condemning anti-Semitism at the United Nations, which is representative of President Trump's record and President Trump's promises that he made on the campaign trail.
此外，当天参议院多数党领袖约翰·图恩也被问及了川普对1月6日袭击者的赦免，图恩则犀利地回道：“拜登开了这扇门。”
How do you feel about the blanket pardons that Trump just gave, including the violent January 6th?
I don't have any comments. I haven't seen all the stuff, the EOs that he signed yet. So we said all along that Biden opened the door on this, and so
we're not looking backwards. We're looking forward, and we got a lot of work ahead of us.
But you had thought that these were not going to be blanket in the past. I think you believe there's a case of that case.
I think they are a blanket. I think there's a lot. I think there's case by case. But look, I mean, I said this before, and Biden made the most massive use of pardon power that we've seen in history, and I think you guys probably should have been asking the same questions again.